All right. We are live. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. Gonna let a few people get in here. Pretty excited about tonight. We're talking Foxtoberfest again, 2 nights in a row with you guys. This is getting kind of exciting here. Done a lot of these live streams. See, we got a few people in the chat. We will bring on our special guest here in just a few minutes, probably about 5 after the hour, but we do have a special guest tonight joining us from Tennessee. So I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about Foxtoberfest. I'm pretty pumped. What's up, Bradley? Good to see you in here, man. How is that Canadian low mileage coupe doing, man? I want to know about it. That Bimini Blue. How's your Bimini Blue going? Joe, what's up? What's up? See, we've already got Caleb in the waiting room. We're going to bring him in here in just a minute. Want to get a few more people on here. Out Fox GT coming in here. What's up, man? You coming to Foxtoberfest this year? I hope so. Foxtoberfest is going to be insane this year. Just absolutely insane. Yeah, I don't know what Bradley's bringing. That's a good question, Matt. Let's I want to find out what he's bringing this year. Always brings something good. We got Joe in here from New Jersey. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of people in here. We're not going to go too long tonight. I want to respect Caleb's time. But so I want to definitely get some more people in here, though. And I'm pretty excited about it. Foxtoberfest is, what are we looking at here now? Where are we at today? It's not too far away, guys. We're talking about not even like barely over 4 weeks, not even really that much. So it won't be long and it'll be here. Pretty excited about it. It's going to be epic this year. It's going to be epic. The Bimini will be back this year. All right, cool. And Outfox will be here in the VIP. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, we got about 2 minutes past. We got a few people in here. Let me go ahead. Going to bring on the guest of the night. Let me add into the stream here. There we go.
What's up?
How you doing, Caleb? Welcome to the channel, man.
Oh, thank you.
Is that Pop's car in the background?
Yeah, that's it.
Man, that thing's looking good. You've done a lot of work on that one this year.
Yeah, done a bunch. Just finished up the motor. Excuse me. If you hear a dog in the background, that's why I'm out here. She's crazy.
Trying to avoid. Yeah, I understand. I hopefully my kids will not be too loud.
That's all good, right?
Yeah.
And if my voice stays.
Yeah. You've been filming a lot of videos lately? The voice is going a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got event seasons about to kick off, which is part of why we're here. And all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, you've got another event coming up, right? What do you got for the rest of year 2022? I know you got a few things planned.
So Bowling Green will be there next weekend.
Holly Ford Fest.
Yeah, Holly Ford Fest, and then of course Foxtoberfest, and then the very weekend after that we'll be in Dallas for the LMR cruise in. So I'm getting too old for this.
No, Caleb, you can't. You're just getting going, man. You're a young guy there.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little rougher this year, everything's like gone through the roof. So
yeah. Well, you actually run your own show as well. And I seem to be on a every other year schedule. I made it 2019, 2021. I missed the last couple of years, but Ford Takeover this year, man. I heard it was an amazing show.
Oh yeah. We missed you, man. Like you're part of the crew, what's going on?
No. Oh no. I got no excuses. I'll be there in 2023. So I'm sure it's happened again, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got probably the best pre-meet we've ever done. It all kind of came together this year, and so next year we're going to kind of build on that. So, I mean, we were literally doing burnouts in front of the cops on the street.
I saw that.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that,
No. Apparently, Brutal got in trouble. He did he wasn't supposed to do a certain kind of burnout, and he did a different one. I don't know.
Well, here was the thing. Like I said, they had the streets closed off on both ends, and you had the cruisers there with the lights on. Well, the cops were all looking at the cars and stuff, And so we got permission to do burnouts, but they didn't want us to roll. Like, we could sit there and smoke the tires and then stop and then slowly drive away. And
okay.
If you roll out and leave smoke all the way down the street, they kind of gave us the evil eye.
Well, it was year one, you know, you can make up for it next year.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely be. That was one of those where I was like, the owner of the restaurant was like, I'm gonna go see if we can do burnouts. It's like, man, that's all you. I'm not even asking. But yeah, there's a real Fox Body Addicts. Yeah, he was doing his thing, did his burnout in the middle of the street. But yeah, dude, we had barbecue trucks, we had the news station, we had a radio remote. Of course, they had food inside, and it all came together. You missed out, so don't miss next year.
Next year, not going to miss out. Jackson, Tennessee, man, that's kind of like, it's becoming the Mecca, dude. Like, it's still the most coyote swaps anywhere I know of.
The only thing I can say about it is you don't have a lot of, like, when we go to Charlotte and Dallas, the traffic is unreal. And that's why I'm kind of fighting to keep it there, even though we're kind of growing out of the drag strip. Is like, it's got everything you need as far as, you know, place to eat and place to stay and all that. Yeah. It's not the crazy, like, you know.
Yeah, it's not overpopulated. I remember you know why I avoided this year? The 2 years I've come, it's rained out. So I feel like it's my fault.
Yeah. You bring the rain with you.
If I come in 2023 and it rains, I will never come again.
Yeah, we moved the date. We're trying to find that happy medium between the spring showers and the summer heat. And of course, we have to, you know, there's other events too that we try to, you know, not encroach on. And it's people don't understand locking in an actual date when you've got all these other events like Chocolate Fox and Carlisle and NMRA and all this other stuff. You know, you want to give people an opportunity to attend, but you know, it's just it's fun.
Yeah, I definitely want to make it next year. Holly Ford Fest is kind of cool because the retro meet's going to be this year, and I know you and I have been to the retro meet in the past, so I'm pretty excited about. I'm not going to go to Holly Ford Fest, but I'm hoping that if you're going to be there, you get some coverage of that. Yeah,
we're going to be there. It's that's always a good time. I'm going to be doing a lot of filming there, and you know, hopefully, awesome. It's kind of a different venue than Mustang Week, so I'm cautiously optimistic about how it's going to pop off. And you know, retro meet being at Suck Bang Blow was just, I mean, that was it. You know, doing burnouts in the parking lot behind it, and then out in the street, and then you know, it was so cautiously optimistic. You know, first year, I'm sure Harris is feeling the same. Like, you know, you don't really know what to expect, so you live and learn.
Yeah, he's out on his own this year. Actually, funny enough, I don't know if people know this, but I met Harris because of you, because I got my car painted at our Dream Auto because I talked to you, and then like I went to the Foxcast.com, and you had sponsors back then in 2019, and our Dream Auto was number one. I'm like, oh, they're real close by, so we could check them out.
Yeah,
here we ended up.
His crew, good guys over there.
Definitely.
I got to say hi to Boss Man. I got to say hi to War Admiral.
Yeah, we're getting a good crowd in here tonight. We've done a lot of live streams lately, so I don't know if we burnt people out on live streams on my channel, but thank you for joining. And definitely wanted to ask you about Foxtoberfest. And I forget, what was your first year of going? I know you were there in 2017. I know that.
I think 17 was my first year. I started Foxcast Media back in 15, and of course, you know, I was still working full time, and you know, didn't have a lot of money, and you know, it was one of those where, you know, I counted on people to, like, they would send me pictures and I'd post them up, and you know, I watched all the videos on YouTube. You know, I was like, I cannot wait to get there. And then 2017 was my first one, and we were at the Intimidator Stadium, and it's still a mind-blowing experience. You know, I always tell people when they ask that I don't care how fast you walk, you're not going to see every single car. It's just and not just because there's so many cars, but there is, but you walk 5 feet and you're going to talk to somebody just like you. You're going to look and say, oh shit, look at that, and then you'll be there 35, 40 minutes and, because all your homies are there, and you're loving every single car. And
it's so massive. I mean, it's just like Fox bodies everywhere. And actually, I think 2017 was my first year as well, but I went in for like an hour because I'm local. So I just stopped in. I didn't know what was going on. And then I Google searched afterwards Foxtoberfest, and what popped up was you did I think you had a podcast at the time in 2017. Mm-hmm. And it was a podcast of you talking to Jen and everybody from Fox Resto about Foxtoberfest. And I was like, oh, it's just there. Who's this guy? Next thing I know, you're starting a coyote swap. That's how I found your channel, actually.
It's funny. Like a lot of people don't even remember the podcast. I started that back in 15. And
wow.
When I mentioned it, everybody was like, it's deer in headlights. Like, what the hell is a podcast? And
that was new then. No one heard of it. Now the podcast everywhere. It's funny.
Yeah. I thought about getting back into it, but I don't need anything else on the plate at the moment.
I mean, you've got Facebook. I saw you're up on 100K on Instagram. What are you? Over 200 on Facebook, YouTube. You even got a TikTok. You started TikTok.
Oh God! I'm going on the record. I hate TikTok, but
me too.
I mean, this is what I do, so I have to be there. Actually, who talked me into it? Freaking Brutal.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He was like, "Dude, you got to get on there. That's what you do." Blah blah blah. I was like, God, and what I explained to him is like, I'm not going to go in there and just try something out. Like if I say I'm going to do it. It's all
right. You're committed, right?
And I didn't want that, but
yeah,
I hate TikTok, but I'm there, and I'm glad. If you guys are on there and you follow me, I appreciate it. I don't know the vibe. The vibe of TikTok's just not. I don't feel it.
Yeah, the attention spans these days. I mean, I know we're talking about Foxtoberfest, but apparently the attention span is about this big for everybody under 30.
And what's bad is that's killing YouTube views.
That's what I'm seeing too. Yeah.
And it's frustrating to like people would rather get on TikTok and watch a fight than get on and learn how to work on a car or how to perform a certain task or whatever. It's frustrating. I think us OG guys are still we're still about that, but I mean you have to capture a younger crowd as well, and it's tough these days with TikTok.
It is. What did you think about? And we got Hanlon Motorsports in here. He said he remembers
in the house. What's up, Andrew?
Yeah. But what did you think about? I'm sure you saw the S650 reveal and the Fox body gauge cluster. What were your thoughts on that? I thought it was cool.
I watched the launch. It's the reason I think it's so cool is because Ford's not jumping on this electric BS changeover stuff. So huge shout out to Ford for that.
Agreed.
I love the S650. The S550 was a great car. It still is a great car. I like the gauges. I mean, I think they're doing really cool stuff. And like I said, I'm glad they're not doing this electric BS like Dodge and Chevy are.
Mm-hmm.
It's fast. I know they're going to be expensive. Like I would love to have one, just to drive, but they're probably 60, 70 grand. Like,
I know that's almost as much as I have in my Fox body.
We don't talk about those numbers though.
We don't.
Those are we do those over time. So
yeah. Well, appreciate you joining. Yeah. So what would you say? Because you were at Foxtoberfest last year, and then in 2017, you've been there every year. So what do you think about the growth of it? Across the years there.
Man, I remember talking to Matt and Jen, like, they were like, I think it was 18. I really worked with them on that. And we're like, do you think we can get 300? Can we break the record? I didn't even remember. Do you remember what the record was? It was like 350 or something like that.
I know they were trying to break 500 for years, maybe 400 or 500. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it didn't happen, and it didn't happen. And I don't know. I guess it was just like the perfect storm. I think the name had finally gotten out. And also, there's just been this, slowly, not really even slowly, but it's just the interest in these cars have been ramping up so much.
Yeah.
I think there was enough of us putting out the word and talking about it that it just all came together, and I'm very, very optimistic that we can do at least that, if not more, this year.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, you were kind of
719 is still mind blowing.
right.
Like,
I mean, that many in one place, and it's getting harder to get these things to run. And it's not like most of them are sitting there in line, like they're not on trailers. People are driving them there. So it is kind of mind blowing, and you were a big part of that. I think you were pretty much the first influencer I'm aware of really into Fox bodies. And if I'm not mistaken, your first Fox body was not a Mustang; it was a Thunderbird. Is that right?
it was a Thunderbird 87 model.
Yeah.
That was cool. You got a memory like a steel trap.
Well, I know for the thumbnail, I even went back to 2019 and got a screenshot before taking it.
Yep, 87 Thunderbird was my first Fox body, and I converted it to 5-speed. There was this car, the weeds were probably this high, and pulled the pedals, the transmission, all that out, converted it to 5-speed, and of course that was with the non-HO motor. It about 4,000 RPMs, it was done. And later on, I found another parts card, swapped it to HO, put the 8.8 in it, and
because they were still 7.5 in 87, huh? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, okay. It was a V8 sport car, which, god dang, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it had the shift on the column, but it was a non-HO.
Okay.
It would be 7.5. But yeah, it was cool. And it's funny though, like I love the car, but the main reason I did it was at the time I couldn't afford a Mustang. I couldn't afford a Fox body, and the Fox bodies were like $7,000-8,000 at that time because they were still somewhat new.
Yeah.
The Thunderbirds are $3,500, so
half price.
Yeah. But and everything, like even the pedal assembly bolted up. I mean, it's Fox body,
Yeah. Well, UK Sports is asking a question here. I'm guessing he's alluding to, maybe he's talking about Dover's cars, because I know you've had some of Dover's Coyote swaps up there before. Do you have anybody extra in your booth this year? Is it just you, or
I do?
Okay.
I've been searching, like the goal with, like I did with Mustang Week and Foxtoberfest, is I always want to like showcase somebody's car, get their car out there. It's not about me, it's about you guys. And so I'm always looking for something different. And so this year, actually 2 cars kind of popped up that, to my knowledge, haven't really been seen out in internet land. And they're awesome. I'll just say that.
Are you gonna reveal it at the show or the week of?
Yeah, I'll probably reveal it as we get closer, because one is still getting the interior wrapped up. Like I said, they haven't been seen, and that's why I was like, man, that's kind of hard to pick up. But go ahead.
Is your buddy Nick Strong helping out with that at all? I know he does a lot of interior stuff for you in the past.
No, he Nick Strong actually does. He owns his own carpet cleaning business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he lives like an hour from me. Like, everybody thinks we live close, but he's a good hour and a half from me.
Oh, that's a haul. Okay, yeah.
But Chet Ziedler's in the house. Got to shout out my man Chet.
Oh yeah, we got War Admiral in here too. Speaking of Caleb Fox, I'm not sure what that means, but
well, it's been gone almost a year and a half. So that's Tom's probably giving me hell right now, I'm sure. But
probably
do what?
It wasn't. I was gonna say it wasn't at Foxtoberfest last year. I think that's when it started to go under the knife for maybe paint or a different hood or something.
Yeah, it's gone for paint, and the engine bay is getting redone. That's why we had to drop all the drivetrain out of it. And
remember that.
So yeah, it's a long process. And of course, I knew going in, I dropped it off a little bit early, and they had quite a few cars in front of me, but it's up there with Adam at Hunt's Body Shop, same guy that did T-Top Thomas's car.
Yeah, and he painted Pop's car too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, did Pop's car right.
T-Yodi Adam, I believe we call him. T-Yodi Adam.
T-Yodi. I was thinking he would be in here tonight. I hadn't seen him pop up.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. He's probably over on your channel trying to log in over there. So
he's actually got a little event going on. If any guys in the Michigan area, he's got a little thing going on there at Hunt's Body Shop this weekend.
Okay.
So I would go if it wasn't 11 hours away.
That's a bit of a haul. It's not even 11 hours for me to get to you. I think it's like 9 or 10. So.
Yeah. It's not, Charlotte's not bad. It's just enough to make you mad. You know?
Exactly.
But
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, and I remember first Foxtoberfest for you 2017. I'm pretty sure right after that is when you started your coyote swap process, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was still 2017. It was still push rod, had the pony R's on it, and I still have all those pictures. Like I loved it that way, but you know, you always got to change it up and evolve and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm glad I did, and that's why I'm changing everything for this is going to be 3.0. So
okay.
So expect big changes.
Well, the 2.0 did very well. I think got a lot of attention for you, and the sound of that exhaust that you had on there, man. I always, you know what? The people will kill me. The S550 exhaust and S550s, it just didn't sound that good. But whatever you did, coming out of a Fox body, it sounded a lot better.
I think it's the muffler placement. I've talked to a number of people about that. You know, because on the S197s and the S550s, the mufflers are all the way at the back.
Yeah.
You know, we run obviously on the swaps, basically stock Fox body style exhaust, and I think that's the difference.
Okay.
It
definitely sounds different. You know,
it does.
It's funny enough. I when I grabbed that screen capture today for the thumbnail, Foxtoberfest, Ford Takeover 2019. That was back when you were putting intros at the beginning of your video.
Yep.
And so you had some of your 92 doing a burnout and stuff there, and I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty good.
I did, man. I love the way it sounds. Like the best part about it is when you're up about 7,500 RPM, just pull that thing. It reminds me of watching the old movie Bullet, how those cars sound. It's like that. I love the way it sounds. I get a lot of shit for it, but
yeah. Well, I still remember first time Brutal drove it, and I think in your thumbnail you had like the old shit. That was a good time as well.
He won't let me tell you what he really thought about it.
I bet he won't.
Because prior to that, I had that conversation. All the hate I get for the coyote stuff.
Yeah,
was like, all right, I ain't telling him. No, I'm kidding. No, he loved it too. He was very surprised that all motor. That thing just like we're not. I try to tell people it's like I'm not like a coyote fanboy just because it's something new. It's like you have to experience it.
Yeah.
You get in, you drive it, and you ride it, and you're like, man, this is like that's what happened to me in 2017 when I rode in Dover's car. It was the first swap I ever rode in. At the time, I was putting together a 363.
Okay.
And I rode in his car. I was like, that's it.
Why am I doing this? Yeah. That was Philip, right? Philip.
Yeah.
He finally sold it, but is it still running around?
It's a guy down in Memphis has it, and it's still kicking, just kind of does its thing,
We got Paul DeFox in here, one of the Canadian YouTubers to come about in the last couple of years.
North of the border guys.
Yeah, what did you start, Caleb? You and then all of a sudden Brutal tagged along, and now you look at Fox Body channels, and I think there's over 5 now, more than 10,000 subscribers. I mean, you're headed your way to 100 pretty soon, but it's crazy.
Yeah, it is, man. I don't even know how many Fox Body channels there are now, but it's like everywhere. And the cool thing is you get variety. Like everybody kind of has their own spin on it.
Yeah.
And it's like if we all did the same stuff, it'd be freaking boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like keep doing that stuff. Do it your way. And
there you go. And so I'll share this. I think when I was first starting out, you gave me a shout out, but you also talked to me and you said 2 things. One is when I'm editing the video and I watch it, if I don't like it, definitely don't put it up. But the other thing you said is do it my way. Don't try to copy somebody else. Just do what I do. And so I took that advice and And now it's like I got a second job, Caleb. I'm so mad at you.
It's my fault, right?
It's all your fault.
Yeah, and you know that's not, you know, that's not easy. And you know, I'll be the first to admit there's a lot of stuff that I put out. It's not a banger, but you know, the other thing you have to do is, you know, if you bring the energy, if you're excited about it, you know, you can't expect other people to get excited about stuff you're not excited about.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so if you don't have that energy, if you don't have it, like I can do a video about changing quad shocks and I'm fucking excited about it. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? And you know, you got to bring that too, you know, help people out, show them cool stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got Monty in here talking about two other channels we know. So Brutal is not coming to Foxtoberfest. I did talk to him. That's the only reason why.
I tried. I did my best.
Yeah. Maybe 2023. I think Neil will be there, but Brutal will be at the LMR cruising, I believe.
Yes, yeah. We will both be at LMR down in Dallas, and I know that's a long way for you guys, but if you
it's
guys
a little rough for me. Maybe, you know, 2023 is a year. I just won't go to Mustang Week. I won't go to the other. I'll just come out to Ford Takeover and the LMR cruise. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, dude, even if you flew out there, I mean, it's like the LMR cruise. You're in the infield of Texas Motor Speedway, and they were doing some kind of what's that guy's name that always wore the hat, drove NASCAR back in the day, the STP car.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Somebody a rather driving experience. So while we're in the infield doing this show, they're like flying around the freaking track. They weren't going real fast. It was kind of, you know, like a promo thing, but
yeah, I
mean, it was an experience. And then also the Blue Angels were in town. You know, Dallas is a freaking happening place. Yes, Richard Petty. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. I should have known that. He's from Ashburn, North Carolina, Level Cross. I live down the street from him. So
yeah, like literally his shop's like a few miles from you, isn't he?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
For the 42. Now I remember.
It was wild.
Well,
what did you think? Like, I wanted to get your opinion, like, on being at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the first time, you know, because we were kind of used to the Intimidator Stadium. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I really thought that sort of made the difference, honestly. For one thing, it just looked more epic, right? You're coming off the highway and you look down there. Intimidator Stadium was sort of more of a hole in the woods type thing. And the Charlotte Motor Speedway is right off the highway. So there were so many there this year. I think all the YouTubers did this. We were trying to ride around in golf carts to get somebody.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just like, I've never seen that many Fox bodies together. And what it reminded me of when I was a kid or a teenager was going to the Ford dealership and you see all the line of Foxes there to sell.
Yeah. Hold my bike up there.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it was just sort of wild. Now this year, of course, they're going to be on the other side. They're still at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, but they're more on where they have the 4-wide NMRA at the track side of it. It's gonna be a little different, but pretty close. I'm very interested to see how it looks this year. You know, so I kind of like that actually. We're getting something a little bit different, a little bit of different flavor to it. A lot more.
So you're going around the other side. You remember where like all the truck and trailer parking? You're going like that way around the track.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
that was the first time I drove by there a bunch of times going to Daniel Carpenter's and the Mustang Museum, but I hadn't actually, you know, been in there and checked it out. So that's cool.
Yeah. And actually, let's see what we got here. Sally DeFox left us a super sticker. So thanks a lot, Sally. Appreciate that. We'll have to split these with you after, Caleb. I got to get your feed to you there.
Yeah, I don't need that. So we actually, we've got a giveaway to do too.
Yeah. Well, so I gave away the VIP last night. I decided with having you on, it was enough to, I wasn't sure I could coordinate all that, you know? So trying to keep it simple.
I was slow.
Nah, you were fine. The other thing is I wanted to ask you is, well, you know, you've had your car. Are you bringing any of your cars? You're not, or are you just bringing the two that you talked about? Pop's car's not coming this year, is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've got a unique situation here where I'm sure you saw we did the drawing for Project Two-Tone.
Yes. Yep.
So as we did with 4 to 8,
4 to 8. Yep.
You have a 15-day time frame to claim the car. And of course, Jake that won 4 to 8, he claimed like, I think it was late that afternoon.
Yeah, that same weekend because it's during Ford Takeover. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the winner of Project Two-Tone hasn't claimed.
I didn't know that part. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't really know what to do. I've emailed him and I've sent him a DM on the premium subscription page, but we've looked on Facebook, I've looked on Instagram, like I've looked in the comments on YouTube, like his account's current. I don't know.
Wow.
So that kind of puts me in a unique position. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. What do you do there? Yeah.
The 15 days is up Saturday.
Okay.
And, I've
I
told
mean,
the
that's
guys,
the rules. I do what you got to do.
oh my God, I just
But
can't.
it's tough, right? Yeah.
I just feel, I kept thinking, I was like, oh, he'll claim. Maybe, I mean, you have a phone everywhere. I got buddies in the military. They're like texting me from England. Like,
Yeah.
like everybody's got their phone. So
Listen, a couple days is they're busy. A week is they might not like you, but they'll get back to you. 15 days is they ghosted you.
yeah. Well, see, what's odd about that is like I sent a message like, bro, you won the car. Like, and we did the live stream of the drawing. I did the video that cross posted YouTube and Facebook. Like, it's freaking out there.
Right.
And I don't know. So I don't want to redraw. I don't want to redraw because
Right.
just as soon as I do that, he'll pop up.
Of course.
And he had, he was deathly ill or something. I don't know. But so I'm playing this by ear. So Foxtoberfest, if he doesn't end up claiming, I have considered bringing Two-Tone to Foxtoberfest because nobody's seen it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it. Yeah.
And not in person. And we're extremely proud of that car. I mean, it came out so nice. So that's kind of up in the air. We also thought about, we've got the Coyote Swap Capri RS, the 82 Capri RS. It's on all fours, drivetrain in it. Thought about bringing that. It's kind of cool, patina and all that. I like Pop's car is cool, but it's just a stock restoration. It's not exactly.
Still a lot of work, but yeah, it's
a lot of work, and a lot of guys that do those types of restorations, like it's something cool, but I mean, it's kind of a snoozer to walk by. It's on turbines. It doesn't even have window tint.
Oh man. Oh, you got to fix that now. Got to get a little tint there.
But the funny thing is, like, I stopped. I had to go out. I took Two-Tone over to get paint correction and some other stuff. So, but I drove Pop's car out to the shop to get it. And every time I stop to get gas, people are like, man, that looks like a brand new car. Like, and it really does. Like, it really does.
Especially now, Pop still, I believe he still owes us a burnout at some point. Is that
he
right?
Does. I don't know. I guess he's kind of over it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he is old. He's older, and I don't know, but maybe Thanksgiving when he comes over to eat, like, you're not getting any food until you eat them out.
There you go. Well, cool. Well, don't feel bad about your 92 either. I think it's only been a little over a year because I'm beyond year 3 on that SSP I got from you in Dover. So,
dude, you went all out on that thing. Like,
I didn't intend to, but Matt from Fox Resto, he really made me go all out.
He got you fired up, and you're like going all the way.
Yeah. So it has a cow, and that's about it.
It's still there though. Like Dover's car that was in pieces when you bought that car is still in pieces.
Well, I got a shot.
Yeah.
So, you know what? We're going to go ahead and say it right here now. I'm going to put it out there. Ford Takeover 2023. Somehow, I'm going to find a way to get that SSP back up to Tennessee. So there you go.
I haven't even gotten that far as a date, but it's probably going to be in June. So you've got, you don't have long.
You know
might
what?
as well skip Foxtoberfest and just stay at the shop.
Just push it back. If you could make it, July.
Yeah. Well, then everybody's gonna hate on me because it's hot.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Happy medium. I actually did think about waiting and putting, since Mustang Week's not in September anymore.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't, but it is. But yeah.
It is. It isn't. Yeah. It's back
Yeah. Kind of like Tom Brady of car events, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But
All
no,
right.
I thought about moving it back a little more to the fall, but I haven't visited that either. Actually, hey, put Tom's comment up because I may.
Let's see what he got. There we go. That would be exciting.
I'm thinking.
I'm telling you. I agree with Tom on this. If he doesn't claim, talk about a giveaway.
Yeah. How much fun would that be? Well, they would have to be there, obviously, but
Right.
if they were actually there and we drew, that would be a good day.
I'm on board. I'm on board, but it's your thing. Actually, talk a little bit about the giveaways. I know it used to be a premium subscriber and stuff, but I've seen some different things you've been posting on Instagram and stuff like that. So what's the giveaways you've got going now?
Well, I've still got the premium subscription, and we've got the next car. I haven't done the official launch video, but I did a poll on my subscriber page. I said, what do you guys want? Do you want a GT? Do you want a hatch? Do you want a notch? Overwhelming. It was like 86-14 notchback. So
yeah,
they're getting a notchback. So that's the new subscriber build. But my other brand, the other giveaway is horsepower sweepstakes. And that's totally separate from the premium subscription.
That's a new edge, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 01 GT, super clean, low mile car. Like it was actually supposed to be for my wife, and then she realized it's still an old car. She got used to driving newer stuff. She had a 03.
Right. I remember that. Yeah. The silver or something like that.
It was identical to this car. Okay. And so long story short, I was like, I wanted to start this new brand. The giveaways are a very popular platform. It's they're what's hot right now. And so that's what it is. You win the Mustang GT, $5,000 cash. And hopefully with that one's kicking my butt. That's why I've been so quiet lately, just because it's a totally new platform. It's a totally new, everything's new. I had to build a new website, and the lawyer stuff with all of that, like I had to buy bonds in New York and Florida, and had to buy these special licenses that only those two.
Wow.
And then of course you have to buy it. It's about 5-page long official rules. And,
yeah. How do you enter that one? The new edge giveaway.
Horsepowersweepstakes.com.
Okay. And
I've also been putting together the next one. So, and of course, the name is Horsepower Sweepstakes. So the next giveaway is probably going to involve some horsepower for you.
Most likely. And if you see the premium subscriber giveaway, that's still on Patreon. You have a Patreon page. Is that right?
Still on the Patreon page. Do $1,000 a month in giveaways. And, that keeps this rolling, Yeah. And, got guys like, hell, you were there since like 2017, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, it's 2018. I was there for a long time. Yep.
Years. I mean, it's a great deal, And,
videos still early, right? You still get the videos early and all that.
Yeah, still get the videos early. We do the monthly drawings, and then of course you get to see the car that we give away built on the channel, and then one of them comes and gets it, and it's limited to a ceiling of 500. So
it's pretty good odds.
Yeah, I mean it's great odds, and it keeps the community small. And like I said, couldn't do it without them. Like doing car stuff like this on the scale that I'm trying to do is extremely time consuming and expensive. And
what's your day job, right? Like, no,
it's my day job.
Yeah. People wonder how I have 75 grand in a Fox body. Let me tell you, it's not from YouTube.
No.
It's from my computer job. So there we go.
YouTube does not pay the bills. That's for sure. I mean, it definitely helps. And, you got those ebbs and flows, but
yeah. All right. Well, we're starting to run a little bit low on time. I don't want to keep you too long. So we got about maybe 5 more minutes here. If you got any questions for Caleb, get them in there. But I definitely want to ask you, like, what are you looking forward to? What are a few things maybe you're looking forward to? A couple things this year for Foxtoberfest.
The cars are great, but the people, that you see every year, that's what's so cool. I mean, we got some awesome characters in the community, and they're the kind of guys that'll come up and like flick you on the ear, and you're like, holy shit, I haven't seen you, and since last year at Foxtoberfest.
Yeah.
But
family, right? In some ways.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it really are. And the cool thing is a lot of those guys have started coming to Ford Takeover too. So, then you get to see them twice a year. And it's just seeing everybody is really cool. All the people, especially like, people that live way up, on the East Coast, or that's like a halfway point for all of us. And
yeah,
see those guys, of course, the cars. And
I just realized it. I mean, I haven't actually. It's been since Foxtoberfest last year since I've seen you. Which I think the year before we kept running into each other.
Yeah, you were at Ford Takeover, then Mustang Week, and then Foxtoberfest, and that's a good time when you can see your buddies, a couple times a year. And
is Dober coming this year? I know he's come before.
I think so. He's not 100% sure. He's kind of planning maybe a vacation around it.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if he's going to make it or not. But Alex is actually thinking about coming.
Okay.
Believe it or not, yeah, that would be crazy if we got Alex and Dover to come too. That would be awesome.
Alex hasn't been before, has he?
Alex has never been to.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Listen, Ken just bought his old Fox body back. Somehow you got to get Ken there.
Yeah, if Ken came to Foxtoberfest, the world would come to an end.
Right, HPR now. I started to say Speed Addict 731, but I believe he's HPR.
Yeah, yeah. I need to get down there and do a little video of that car too. Like, he sent me some last week. He sent me some pictures and called me, and he's like, like, what do you think about this car? I was like, man, I don't know. That's rough. He's like, this was my first Fox body. He's like, okay, well, why haven't you gone and bought it yet?
Yeah,
go get it. Right. I mean, how often do you get that opportunity?
Yeah. I mean, and if he feels bad about being rough, just send him back to my channel. He forgot about how far I went with the SSP. Everything's off of it. So that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. Looking forward to meeting all the people. I'm excited about the Foxtoberfest Thursday night. Are you coming in early enough for that?
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah,
how about the kickoff party Friday night? You gonna be?
We're hoping to leave very early Friday morning.
Okay.
And, yeah, so I just couldn't pull it off.
Hey, you're working for a living. We get it.
Yeah. Well, it's like having 2 weekends in a row where we're traveling long distance. Like,
yeah, Texas too.
Yeah, Texas literally the next weekend. So we had to cut it a little short. The wife has to take time off, and you know. So, yeah, but the main thing is we're there, and that's all. Like, we can't miss it. Like, you cannot miss Foxtoberfest. I try to tell people that. It's just, if you like Fox bodies at all, even if you don't own one, I mean, must.
I had somebody DM me today, and he was like, I can't bring my car. Should I still come? Is there still something to do? And I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is if you don't bring your car, that means you don't have to worry about cleaning it and doing all this other stuff, and you actually go and enjoy the cars.
Exactly. That's the worst part. Yeah. Luckily, I make my wife do all that. So
that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Be careful, Caleb. You asked them. You got to know what you're getting into.
I'll just mention your name and be like, oh, this is
don't do that.
Is it all?
Don't do that. Well, buddy, we're getting close to time. I can't thank you enough. Again, for anybody that doesn't know, you're one of the reasons I started this whole thing. And I know that you're as passionate about Fox bodies and Foxtoberfest as anybody else out there. So I really wanted to kind of hype that up. So I appreciate you joining. And do you have any final thoughts about that?
Man, I appreciate you having me on and thinking of me. Hold on. We got 2 questions here. Can we answer these last
Yeah,
2?
let's do that.
Shane? What's my next car? I have to survive getting my 92 back on the
That's what I
road
was thinking.
first. I don't have room anymore. We were actually going to buy we're going to try to buy a place with more space and all
Okay.
that. We just don't. And then
Yeah.
the market just went insane. So we're just going to kind of stay put for a while. So yeah, that's what's going on with there. Let's see. I'd like to know, out of all the cars Cale was built, which one was his favorite build?
Yeah, so I wonder if that includes like your own, or it probably means other cars, because I just imagine your own would be your favorite already.
Yeah, I would have to say like probably like as far as like the ones we've done on the channel.
Yeah,
the wild strawberry car.
that's a good one.
You remember that car?
I do. It's not my favorite. I'm going to answer my favorite next.
Okay. Yeah, it would be the wild strawberry car. It was actually, well, Dover bought it kind of as a shell. And then, of course, like Alex always does, he jumped in and said, hey, I want that car. And he finished it up. And like, if you've never seen fresh wild strawberry paint.
Exactly. And I hadn't. I couldn't believe it.
Oh.
I've only seen the ones from years, and it was, yeah.
Yeah. And of course they did, Nick did the trim black, we did the moldings back black, which I
like it was originally.
Yeah. I was telling him, it's like, no, paint them body color. And then it came back and I was just like, wow.
Yeah, I agree. My favorite, and you've had so many epic builds, but Lee's wife's black convertible, man.
Of course it's convertible though.
Well, I'm a Burt guy. That's probably why.
Yep.
But it was just, I think it was a 93, and it was just so clean.
Yeah.
And just beautiful. That's a cruiser right there.
Yeah. 800 horsepower cruiser. And the cool thing about that car, it was bone stock, and a guy bought it new that I guess was in the military and shipped it to Germany and had it the entire time the guy was stationed in Germany and then moved back. And so it had a couple weird things, how the DOT has to make changes, when you ship overseas and stuff. And yeah, that was a neat car. It's still neat. Like, I don't think he's put 1,000 miles on that thing.
Oh man. Yeah, that one was just so clean. So you got some epic builds coming out of that shop for sure. I love all the F100 stuff you guys do occasionally in there as well, whether it's a new F-150 or old F100. I love the truck stuff.
Yeah, I love the Fox bodies, of course, but to be able to do this full time, we have to branch out. And I'm a Ford guy at the end of the day, and I think a lot of us, kind of feel that way. Like, I love F100s, F-150s. I love some of the newer stuff. I don't ever foresee myself doing like the newest stuff, but like, like the Edge cars are 20-something years old now. Like, I love those cars too. The Terminators, the Bullets, the Monts. So
pretty soon the S197s will be there.
Yeah, God. And then we'll be all white beard and yeah.
All right. You're noticing my gray in here. I didn't have this, Caleb. Look at that.
Oh, that's new. Okay.
Oh yeah. Getting old. I'm gonna do a little color maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, buddy. Can't wait to see you at Foxtoberfest. Really appreciate everything you're doing for the community, and thanks for joining tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in Charlotte.
Yep. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.
Later, guys.